Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my Stihl MS290 chainsaw, and it's got a problem right now that is a very easy fix, relatively speaking. I've done quite a bit of work to this saw. This was a basket case when I bought it. I completely rebuilt this saw and also replaced the carburetor on it, and the hoses, impulse hose, fuel take-up hose, all of that, the usual ethanol gas destruction. And the saw was a reliable, good saw, and it was working perfectly fine when I put it away last fall. And I went to use it, and it started to exhibit this new symptom. And it turns out it's a real simple fix. And I'm going to show you what it's doing first, because if you don't know to look for this problem, this one could drive you a little batty. So the saw right now is cold. It hasn't been used. A few hours I haven't had it running. I'm just going to let it idle. Watch what happens. What's going to happen is it's going to start to lean out. It's going to cause the RPMs to go up, which is going to make the chain start to move. And it'll go faster and faster. It goes. And it dies. And now might restart, but it probably won't. If I put it on choke, I might be able to get it sputter a little bit, but it just won't restart. So first I thought something was happening once the saw got hot, that it was a heat related issue. But it's acting like fuel starvation. It is actually fuel starvation, but not for the reasons you might think. The reason why it's starving for fuel is because as the fuel level in the tank drops, makeup air needs to enter the tank. That happens via a little doohickey down inside here. Actually, this is the line for it right here. This line comes up and goes over the carburetor and goes to this little doohickey thing right here. I'm going to get it out and show it to you guys better in a minute. That lets the air in. It's got a little check valve in it. It's like a little diaphragm. It allows air to go in, but it doesn't allow fumes and gas to come back out. As the level in the tank drops, makeup air has to enter through that check valve. If it does not, then a vacuum builds up in here. And the vacuum actually has the effect of pulling the fuel back and not allowing the fuel to flow into the carburetor. Now let me prove to you that that's what's happening. All I'm going to do is I'm going to open the tank cap, let air flow in, close it, back to normal operation. Now watch. See, all I have to do is open the cap. That allows air to rush into the tank, and fuel flow is restored, and it calms right down again. Just pop off the air cleaner. This is that check valve right here. The hose. So you could just buy one of these and replace this and be done with it. But I'm going to show you the anatomy of this thing, and sometimes you can just clean the inside of these things and they work again. So we'll take this little sucker down on the bench and check it out. Alright, so this thing basically is two halves. Just pops apart like so. So on this side right here, there's a tiny hole right there. And that was just blocked. I just actually unblocked it. I had something handy here, something very small. And when I went to put this in this hole, there was a little bit of resistance. And I just gave it a slight push and was able to unblock that. What's behind here is a little like foam sponge. That helps fuel that sloshes up this line from not being able to just freely come out these holes. So I'm not going to suck on this because I don't want to get a mouthful of gas. But I can blow through it now, which I couldn't do before. This side's pretty straightforward. There are two little holes. Same deal. Just check and make sure they're clear. These holes are actually smaller in diameter, so I need something a little bit smaller than this. This is my little set of welding torch tip cleaners. And these are really handy. Right, those are clear. Of course, I already made sure these holes on the outside here are clear from dirt. There you go. That just snaps back together. So if I blow in this, the check valve action, it won't let me blow through it. A little bit of air leaks through, but not much. So now we'll put it back in and check it out. So that's already a lot longer than it was running before the problem would start. So that's fixed. I just need to adjust the high and low settings on the carburetor, because before I realized that it was a venting issue, I had readjusted those. That's why when I goose the throttle, there's a little bit of a hesitation. But once I reset the carburetor, this thing will be all set to go. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Take care.